Hi everyone, and thank you for watching my new video. I'm Marjolein, I'm a fluid artist from the Netherlands, and from my art studio I would like to show you what I do. I'm all out of Cell Activator. So in this video I will show you how I make my Cell Activator. The bottles are empty, black and the white. The black and the white, they are both empty. So I will make new ones and I will show you all in this video. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. And I see you over there. I put on my apron and let's start with making my Cell Activator. And it's really simple. You only need paint. I use the titanium white and the Oxide black from Amsterdam and the Australian Floetrol. And I mix it and I will show you over there what you need. It's really simple. So let's make new Cell Activator. Let's go over there. Let's see. This is my Australian Floetrol. It's from Floetrol and it's from Australia. That's why it's called Australian Floetrol. The recipe of this Floetrol is a little bit different, and I think that's because it's a really different weather or really different climate in Australia. So they add something to the Floetrol, and it's a secret. I think no one knows what they add. But though this Floetrol reacts on the other Floetrol that I use in my colors, so you get that swipe, that lacing effect, what I really like. So that's, and I don't know why it's magic. It's still magic. Let's see. Let's grab some clean cups. Stay there. Oh, I have a new one there. Let's use that because when I use white, it must be clean. Everything must be clean. So I have a new cup here. It's from the yogurt. I love those. There is a lid on it, and that's there. But I do not use the lid now. That's the second time. The recipe for the Cell Activator is really simple. 1 part paint and 3 parts Australian Floetrol. So let's start with the paint. I use the white, the titanium white from Amsterdam, and it's somewhere here. And it's really important that you use the Amsterdam brand paint because the other paints do not work. So do not work. And titanium white, not the other white. This is the opaque white. Let's see, 1 part, and I use, this is 500 milliliters. We are in the Netherlands, we count with milliliters. This is 500 milliliters, and this big bottle is also 500 milliliters. So if it fits in here, it also fits in there. And for that I use my measuring cup. This measuring cup is 100 milliliters, and I use 1 part paint and 3 parts Floetrol, so that will be 400 milliliters. So it will fit in here, and if it fits in here, it will also fit in there. 1 part paint. So I will scoop it out with my big spoon. I will scoop it in. Yeah, and I know it's much easier to first use the Floetrol and then the paint, but I always think about it when I'm done. So 1 part, and it doesn't matter if you use a bigger part, if all the parts are the same part. You know what I mean? You can fill a smaller measuring cup, but use 1 part and 3 parts. It is completely full now. Look, perfect. And let's scoop it in here. And I will use my popsicle sticks here. So this is the 1 part paint. And now I'm using 3 parts of the Australian Floetrol. It's in here, it's almost empty, but there is enough. And I never get it open. Yes, it is open. 3 parts of the Australian Floetrol. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh. And this Floetrol is thinner than the Floetrol that I use. I use the Obotrol Floetrol for the colors, and this is thinner. Much thinner. So I will stir this for about 4 minutes. So let's speed it up. So, and this is done already, and because this Floetrol is thinner than the other Floetrol, I do not use water in this one. This is already the perfect consistency. And this is also the same consistency as all the colors that I use. I really love this. So let's use a funnel and pour it in my squeeze bottle. Now the choice is really big or really small this time. So let's use the biggest one. This one's really small. And I will pour this Cell Activator in my squeeze bottle. Make sure your cup is empty, because this stuff is really expensive. So do you not want to waste any drop? Look, perfect. And you can see it's really simple. And I can use this bottle for, I think, a year. So let's screw the, what is it? Dop. The dop, it's Dutch. And I will shake it a little bit. And now I have a full bottle of new Cell Activator. I'm always so happy when I have new Cell Activator. And I do not have to order more Floetrol. This is so expensive. Done. And let's make the black one. It's exactly the same, but I will use a smaller measuring cup, because this is a smaller bottle, of course. And there is, I think, enough for this one. This is one. And a clean cup again. Let's use this one. Is it big enough? I think. This one is 50 milliliters and this is 200. So that must be perfect. And for that I use my Oxide Black. And this one is almost empty and there is white paint in it. I don't know why. Let's see, let's scoop only the black and not that white part in there. Ooh. It's almost empty. I have to order more black, and I always order big jars. Sometimes a smaller jar is cheaper. When you buy two smaller jars, this is 100, this is 1000 milliliters, and the small ones are 500. Sometimes two smaller ones is cheaper than one big one, so you have to really look for the prices. Perfect. Will that fit in here? I'm not sure. That will never fit, right? This is 50, 50. 150. No, I think it's better to pick a bigger. Let's use this one. It's really full. This is a little bit more than 550 milliliters. So I will add a little bit more of the Floetrol. Woo! 2. But I have more, but that was... I have more. I have more, but I thought it was enough. So this is a really special moment for me. My first bottle of Australian Floetrol is now empty. I think I bought this in 2022, I think. So it's 3 years. I have this bottle 3 years on my shelf and now it's empty. So that's a good thing that I will use it a lot, but now it's really sad that I have to buy more. I have more, but those I have only small. I will show you. Look, I have more. I ordered a lot to sell on my website for my European customers, because it's really hard to ship this to outside Europe. But I want to buy for myself a bigger one, but now I have to use one of those. Look, and compared to this one is really small. Look how cute it is. So I will have to use this one. But they will be on my website, and they are from Australia. I bought them directly from Australia, so they are... This is Australian Floetrol from Australia. It came with the Australian mail, so it's really authentic. Let's use this small one then, because I have to make my Cell Activator. Oh, this is so cute. I add 2. This is the 3rd. A little bit extra, so let's see. Oh, I think I will keep this one forever. This is my first Floetrol, and I don't know. It's really special for me. I know I'm weird. It's special. This all started with this one, my swiping career, and my fantasy swipe, and everything started. This was the best thing that I ever bought in my life. Now let's stir this also for 5 minutes. No, not 5 minutes, 3-4 minutes, but I will speed this up for you. Done. And I think it's a good thing that I used the big funnel for that bottle, so I can use my smaller funnel for this bottle. I hope it will fit in there. Let's see. Oh, this is not really handy. Let's not waste anything. It's completely full. So, and let's shake it a little bit, because there was a little bit left from my last batch. Alright, and I'm done. I made 2 Cell Activators, and I think it took me 10 minutes. Here somewhere. I will display it here. Look. Oh, my Floetrol. Can you see it there? Oh, that's really weird. So I will use my freshly made new Cell Activator on my palette knife. You can see here. Look. A thin layer. This is a really relaxing moment. Feel this complete back of the palette knife. And I recently filmed the wrong side of the palette knife. That was really stupid. It's in my blooper video. There are a lot of blooper videos on my YouTube channel. Look here, you can see my palette knife. It's completely filled with my freshly made Cell Activator. And I will start here in this black.